Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Hopefully everything's okay. I've set something, but it says my GPU's overloaded. Strange. Doing 25 frames a second though this morning, which is good, but apparently my GPU's overloaded. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I think we got, let's have a look. I think there's Tim in first, maybe. And Aaron. Yeah, wet here as well, Aaron. Bob's in. Hi, Bob. Nick. Hi, Nick. Yeah, Ricardo, how are you? And Wenlock's in from Oz, down under. Yeah, a little bit earlier today. I want to get an early finish today. Lots of things going on today. There's a Grand Prix, there's darts finals, there's all sorts of stuff going on. So, you know, I like to give you as much of my time as I can. But sometimes we've got to do things, haven't we? We've got to do family things. Excuse me, just tidying up. Right, so Clints 2001D. Not done anything on it since last week, although I have given it a little bit of a fettle this morning and just popped those two bipolar caps in. There was only two left. I want to have a quick look at the rest of the Kiwa mods that that they did, just to see if there's anything else in there worth doing. This camera's a bit dark, isn't it? I think it's a bit murky out there today. Wrong way. Yeah, it's a little bit murky out there today, so that's a bit better, isn't it? So who else we got in? We got Electrosound. Welcome to you. Good to see you in. Hopefully you got a few more subs. If you're not subbed to Mr. Electrosound, check out his channel. And he is a streamer as well. Does some live streams. I must try and drop into one day. That'll shock you, won't it? Did say, dear mate, no finger. Bud Light day today. It's a Bud Light day today. Wet there, Wenlock. Is it warm down there? Are you having summer down there at the moment, Wenlock, or are you sort of in spring? I'm not sure what the season is over there. Benji, how you doing, mate? Wet and storms in Ballarat. Wow. So yeah, I've got this message on the screen saying GPU overloaded. So I've shut the webcam down. I might knock the microscope off as well. Stream might run a bit better then. I think the audio's still a little bit lagging. Oh dear. You know, well. Sandra, how you doing? Wet and windy in the south. It's always wet and windy in Scotland, that's Sandra. That's why you moved up there. You wanted that weather. Yeah, I wonder if I disconnect the microscope. The trouble is that unplugging stuff midstream can crash it. So, but saying that, the microscope should be okay. Let me just unplug that. Let's give the poor old GPU a little bit of a rest. Yeah, it was still live. Okay. Still says with GPU overload. Just with two cameras, look. Oh well. Not to worry. I can still use the microscope, just you can't see what I'm seeing, that's all. Tom, how are you, mate? You're camping. You're camping, Tom. Where are you camping to? And mind you, of course, you're in the sunshine, that's about, aren't you? So Aaron's saying you've got an HMV model 1121. Replace the original incandescent dial lamp with LEDs. Is that Evolve radio, Aaron, or I don't really know it, to be fair. Oh, you've had a good summer. Yeah, I think we all have, Sandra, to be fair, haven't we? It's been a pretty good summer this year. Oh, good stuff, Electrosound. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously a decent It's not a webcam, it's a SLR camera. So I do get a pretty good picture from that and from the main sort of bench camera. But to be fair, the little Logitech's pretty good, but I've disconnected it to give the poor old GPU a rest. I don't even know if I'm set up right on the GPU. I was messing about with some settings the other day, and there was some GPU settings in there that seemed to suggest it was using onboard GPU, not the GeForce 1060, I think it is in here. It's got a NVIDIA GeForce GTX in here. So I mean, it should run the graphics pretty good. Shouldn't have this GPU overload business, but I've only just loaded up that. I mean, it says I'm only using 31% of my GPU memory, so I'm not really sure why the GPU's overloaded, but there you are. Definitely evolve tube radio. I think the only way you can do it, I've seen people put little transformers in for lights before, Aaron, but then you've got the whole AC/DC thing to mess about with, haven't you? Yeah, so you could pop a little, if you could find your valve supply and stick a rectifier in. I don't know, it's not something I've messed with, converting valve stuff. Springtime one, look, is it? Getting warmer. April showers in September down here. Of course, yeah. I just had to get my head around that then, Wenlock. You got the son's house in a camper. Nice. So the whole computer issue, this is a big bottleneck at the moment. I don't really know why. I mean, it should be able to cope with it. It is coping with it. I am streaming. It's a lot better since I've reloaded Windows. Yeah, I've got to sort out a desktop computer. I think that's going to benefit us all. It's going to be easier for me. I can get rid of a lot of the kit here in front of me, give myself more space in my workroom. I've got a couple ideas of wall mounting a couple of the cameras here on boom stands rather than on tripods like they are at the moment, which takes up a lot of floor space. I mean, I've lost probably 3 foot by 6 foot of floor space here with just the cameras alone, which is in a small room is quite a lot. So I've got to try and sort that out. So I'm thinking of maybe building a desktop computer and just like paying for it as I go, if you know what I mean. So if I get some cash in, I'll just purchase another piece and another piece. It might take months to build it, but as long as we're still up and running, I think it's worth doing. I think probably that microphone's bottlenecking it as well. Let's pull that out. Hey Rob, yeah, I did put a notification out, Rob. Thank you for the super chat, Rob. Hope you're well, mate. Stream Elements is working today, excellent. I need to change the message on that, really. Wake you for food at 5 AM. Well, what time is it over there, Wenlock, at the moment? I thought you were about getting a laptop just now, Rob. What's going on? Right, now what have I got running? I've got anything running that I don't need. I don't need that, I don't think. NVIDIA control panel. I've got a horrible feeling that 2010, that's not too bad then, Wenlock. Yeah, a horrible feeling that I'm actually not on the correct GPU. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I've been looking at prices of cases and motherboards and GPUs, CPUs, power supplies. Jesus, what a lot of messing about. We should be back. We should be back. Apologies for that. That was 100% my fault. That was 100% me. It doesn't look like my Stream Deck's working now either. That's great. Right, let's get the chat back up. Restore pages. It's done some update. We don't want an update right in the middle of everything. Right. Come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it. Just waiting for the chat to load back up again. I don't know why this is taking so long. Right, it looks like I'm back. Sound, apologies for that. That was 100% my fault. I decided for some reason that I was going to just wiggle the lead that comes, well, a Thunderbolt lead basically that goes into the side of the laptop. Don't do that when you're streaming, Graham. See, it says it's inactive. There are no applications running on this GPU. There are no displays connected to this GPU. What is going on with this? This is why I'm running so slow. It's because I'm not connected to the main GPU. I don't know how to diagnose that really. Yeah, if I can, oh, it's not going to share my screen, is it? No. Oh, there's all sorts of things going on. I think this could be one of my problems, you know. I'm actually running on the onboard graphics chip in this laptop, not the main GPU. How strange. Anyway, we're messing about here and trying to sort out a problem rather than getting it. Yeah, there are no applications running on this GPU. There are no displays connected to this GPU. How bizarre. I don't know enough about computers to mess with that, to be fair, but you know, I'm sure well, hopefully somebody in here can help me, because I think I'm running on the wrong graphics chip card. I don't know how that's possible. I'm just popping the chat out a minute so I can run it on the same window. Bob, I didn't try Meld Studio, to be fair. The reason for that is because I've actually bought this streaming software here. This is quite good. It's one that's used in the industry. It's not overly heavy on the cameras, etc. It's not as heavy as OBS. And I tried another. I tried 3 different streaming demos before I decided on this one, and this was the best, the easiest to use, and I could run more stuff on it, if you know what I mean. So let's catch up with the chat here, because I think Don's popped in, which is good to see Don. Lots of people probably dropped in when I was frozen. Video, audio's not good. The stream's flashing now. I don't know what's going on here today. It was fine until I messed about with that wire. How are you, Don? Multi's in. Hi, Multi. Chris, how you doing, Chris? So as you can see, we need another computer. We can't keep going on like this all the time. I mean, that was my fault. I mustn't mess about. But now my stream health is flashing for some reason. It's telling me my GPU's overloaded. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're back. We're back. So we need to crack on and get this radio sorted. So let's go over to the bench a minute. I can't. My Stream Deck has decided that's not working now since I rebooted. Hey, Sean, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, Mr. Man Cave Workshop. I haven't seen you for ages, mate. Hope all is well with you. Right, let's put me up the top there. I'll put me up the top out of the way. I can't do no arms. So I've popped the shields back on this one while I was sat here waiting for the live stream. So I popped all the shields back on. I've changed that cap there to a bipolar one, and I've also put the bipolar one in there. So we are all good on this board now. I don't think there's anything else I've got to do to that. I've done the filter, done the transistors. So this is the what you call the keyboard, and up here we've got our LED. Now these are dire. They're really dull, and I think they get duller with age. So I desoldered it. So I'm going to swap this out for Clint wants a green one. So we're going to put one of those super duper mega bright burn your eye retinas out one in. So just let me grab that a minute. I'm sure I ordered some more of these in, but I've literally got 3 left. I'm sure I ordered a load in from CPC, but I don't know. So I'm going to stick in one of these little 3.5, 3mm diode. Gavin, how are you, mate? Not dead or so. I'm glad to hear it, Sean. Boofed up again. Yeah, it's this damn computer. It's the damn computer. Oh dear, I'm going so far as to say I hate the thing because I'd like to get it going properly, but I don't think it's ever going to be as it was. I say I bought it in 2019, so it's not like mega old. It was brand new then, but apparently it's dated now. So I'm told. So I've already desoldered this, I think. Yep. Thing is, it's a bit of a pig to get these in without taking this shield off, but we'll see. Come on, you want to come out, you know you do. Yeah. Got to lift this one. In order to get the thing out. Thank you. Dear, dear, right, let's make sure we get this the right way around. So say this is a super bright green LED. Smaller diameter than the one that's in there, but should work fine, I hope. Just got to try and wangle it in here. What you been up to then, Sean? Anything interesting? Well, you've been on your travels a lot, haven't you? Come on, out. Get out of there. I'm fighting with an LED that's decided it wants to visit other parts of the radio. Sounds like Mrs. Cruncher's fighting with the dogs. That should do it. Over your pace, an IFC. Too tricky. It's not too tricky for you, Sean. Putting another light in by a light by. Solder that one back on. Put our little bit of tape back on. There we are. Board looks nice and clean. So that's that one done. Let's get it put back together then. So this is fun, getting this in and out. I took this off earlier. It's one I prepared earlier. Let's give that a bit of a clean off. That's a bit greasy and nasty. Just brushing it all over the display. Oh no, ball bearing out time. Got it. Panic over. You don't want the ball bearings out of them things. Let's get some Mr. Bud Light open. Sheffield Steve, how you doing, mate? You refreshed it, Rob? Good. Emergency alert. I know, 3 o'clock is going to make you mad, isn't it? Volts and discrete transistors. No, I won't be finished by 3, Bob. Right, Ben, how are you, mate? Moved twice, Sean. Are you still up north, are you? Can the ICF use an external antenna on medium wave? Good question, Chris. I'm not sure if plugging an external antenna in switches out medium wave, long wave, because that's done on a ferrite. But I know for sure that if you plug the 2001D in to an external aerial, long wave and medium wave does become much more audible. So on that basis, I would say yes, probably it would help it with an external aerial, but I'd have to have a look at it to see. I'd have to look at the schematic, etc. Right, let's see if we can get this damn thing back in here, because this is a horrible job getting this back in. The idea is not to take these switches apart, because they are sods to get apart. Sods to put back together. When I first started doing these, I was taking that out all the time. They were not, it was not a nice job. But you can, oh actually no, I've got to get that. I've got to solder them back on first. Oh, hello. I've got to solder these wires here back on first. Luckily I did that before I pushed all that lot in. Just log into this. So orange is to A, red in the middle, and brown to B. Well, that seemed a damn sight easier to connect up just now when I took it off. Why is it being awkward now then? It's because you're all watching, it's shy, isn't it? Let's put a little bit of flux on these. There's loads of solder already on these connections, so just need to refresh the flux in it. Right, that's better. Well, that's decided to jump out. Come on, go back in. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. So what we've got to do is persuade this one to go back in there. It's easier said than done. Come on. Yes, there you go. Go on. Go on. Go on. Get it. Oh, you naughty. Ah, ha, ha. Whew. Okay, 2 screws. You're on Smarty powered by the 3 network. "20 minutes drive from a place you may have heard of, Holmfirth." No, not heard from that. Not heard of that, Sean. Holmfirth. Last of the summer wine. Wasn't expecting to see Bud Light. I know. What can you do? I'm trying to find something sort of lower carb. Keep the doctors happy and all that, you know. I do like me a real ale. I was looking for the bishop's finger this week, but couldn't really find any. No finger in the house. Okay, right, that's that done. Still a bit mucky, isn't it? I'll get rid of some of this muck and put some new plastic grease on it. Months of sunny weather. He says as he can hear the rain belting down outside. Holmfirth does ring a bell, Sean. Let's get rid of this old grease and muck on here. Hey, thank you, Sean. Much appreciated. We're trying to save up for a gaming computer, Sean. Well, higher spec computer, because this thing is being a pain in the bloody backside at the moment. Pardon my French and all that, but you know, it's been a real pain trying to stream with this thing. As I say, it looks like I'm not even using the graphics card in it, which is very strange. Right, let me find some cleaner for this, because this is pretty murky. Where's my panel cleaner? Yes, yes. Let's use this that John gave me. Not seen John for a while. Hope he's all right. Fascia and case cleaner, good stuff. Looks like Clint's been eating Watsits crisps on his journeys. That's pretty murky, that was. But you don't get much chance to go on the inside of these radios, so any little bits you can do helps, doesn't it? Clean it up a bit for him. Better. Right, okay. Still some bits of something on it. That's a bit of isopropyl. Get that off. There we go. Well, it's better to put that back in here first. There's no dust in the display. Pull these things here that jump out back in. And that one. I've got to remember which way round these go now. So the time one is a little beigey one. The other two there. I think that's right. So we'll double check that with another one a minute. Yeah, that's right. Hang on, we've got to put our little panel back in first, haven't we? Forgot that. Let's put this back together this way first, I think. I think that's the best way. But what other areas as compared to at the time? I suppose there wasn't much comparison really, Steve. I suppose anything with shortwave on it, Grundig, like you say, the Grundig satellites. What else have you said? Sangean? Yeah, Sangean probably weren't about when these came out. They probably were about, but not in radio as such. Down, 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 down. Right, let's see if we can reconnect these ribbon cables. This is pretty tricky. Put the small one in first. goes. 9 times out of 10, if you take one of these apart, put it back together and it doesn't work, one of these ribbon cables is not seated back properly. You've really got to wiggle them, and you'll get to a point where it'll just go in that little bit further. The other way to tell is to look at the cable where it goes in, just to see that it's even. Yes. Yeah, they're both fully in. Great. Whew. Now we've got to try and line up the RF gain, volume, and all these switches. I'll tell you what, these ain't easy to work on. Right, volume's in, RF gain's in, switch is in, there we go. Whew. Damn. Forgot that, didn't I? That's okay. Now I can do that now, can't I? So let me have a think here. That goes that way. Let's get my picture. $10,000 for an, oh yeah, the RF 8000. Wow, that's mental. Speakers, Sean, yeah, you're right. Yeah, if you Google those Panasonic RF, I think they did, didn't they do an RF 8000 as well, or 5000? They occasionally come up on eBay, etc., but they're always thousands of pounds. Now, I picked that phone up to have a look at my pictures, but I got distracted again, didn't I? Okay, that's that one. Come on. Where's the gallery disappear to on this phone? That's what I would like to know. How can you see your pictures if you can't get to the gallery? There we go. Gallery. They're coming from this side, and a green is signal. And the board is that way round. Right, let's go get the old goggles on for this. So I can't see nothing, can I? Signal. Yellow, orange, red. Yeah, pretty much in the order they're in on the cable. Whew, makes me head swell, huh? Right, that's a little LED board back in. Oh, hang on, hang on. I've got to cock that up, haven't I? It's got to go through that hole. I thought it was a bit awkward as well. That's got to go through there. Just as well I discovered that now before I put it all back together, wasn't it? Okay. Try that again. Take two. Let's get the sweat hat on again. Sweatband. Oh, there's always one in there. Get out of the way, brown wire. It's not your turn. You gotta talk to these wires. Don't look at that one. Okay, right. Okay, come on, gentle. Got to pull that ribbon cable through, otherwise the radio will not go back together. Which it probably won't anyway. God, this thing on my head. Because these are a pain in the backside to get apart. I don't know if we were going to do the backup battery mod for this one. Don't know if we were going to. Let's leave it off. It's always something we can do if Clint decides he wants it doing. Right. Let's get the speaker wires back on. Okay, goes in that. Alright, let's wire some of these wires back in. This one here first. I believe that goes there. Okay, would help if I was looking at the correct board, wouldn't it? It's got to go on this board. Time to get the eyes out again. Sweaty eyes. How are you all doing? Let's just catch up with a chat. Les, afternoon mate, how are you? Do-do-do-do. 76 GR, yeah, that's the one I did the other week. Your dinner's almost ready, Rob. All right. Yellow. Neutral. Red. It is marked on the board where these go. I do tend to take photos of them just in case, but it is marked. So these two go across the fat, which amplifies the RF. That I believe is all the wires. I'm just going to double check I've got that in the right place. That could go in loads of different places, but I'm pretty sure that is where it goes. Yeah, that is right, but it does actually go a bit further than that. It seems to join through there and there, like that. There we go. I think those two wires there are supposed to go behind that pillar there. Right, let's put some of these screws back in. Yeah, these Japanese screwdrivers are made of something different, you know, because they're just not magnetic like the Wera ones. Sure our buttons are okay, there's nothing popped out anywhere. No, all good. Ah, spoke too soon, didn't I? Oh no. Ah, Graham. There's a little tiny screw that holds that LED board in. A number of times I forgot to put that one back in. I've lost count. I should have a little checklist, shouldn't I? Have you put that screw back in? Have you put that one back in? But then, I'm not doing these all day, every day. They're just occasional when they come in. It does seem like I'm doing them all the time at the moment. Let's put that wire back off there. Let's lift that back out. I need to lift it out enough to just get that screw back in there. I was just looking at the screws I got left and I thought, there does seem to be one extra one there for some reason. We don't want extra screws knocking about, do we? Whatever next. Right, try again. As we were, gotta love doing every job twice. Keeps you on your feet. Right. Okay, we're getting there. And we have no screws left. Right, a couple backup batteries, let's put those in because this radio will not work without them. Make sure they've got some power in them. .5, 1.5, they're good. You never know. I do tend to keep stuff knocking about on the bench for a while here. Well, we've got one good thing, and that is that the computer display has come on in the little window there. So something's working. Let's plug it in. What have we got? It is 4.5 center pin negative. Okay, let's get you zoomed out then. See if we can get it so as we can see this. Let's oh, it's working. Woohoo!
Hello. Oh, I've now spotted David Grace.
Yes.
I'm not going to follow that line of inquiry. No, I've not spotted any nice birds in the park. They're doing David Grace spotting.
And now for the money shot. Let's see if our light works. I think that works, don't you? How about that? Okay, right. It's working. It's working, but that's not the end, is it? We need to make sure it's picking up things, that the SSB works, that the sync works. Let's get the external aerial over a minute. And I suppose our first port of call, as always, is going to be Volmet, which is, I believe, 5505. Let's get the old antenna tuner over with our external aerial. Let's go into air. Just push that to through. So let's go AM. You can see now that our signal is like off the charts.
Put a little bit of leaf mold in. Blend your own compost mix to suit the types of plants that you're growing. Bedding plants, of course, we're expecting them to produce a lot of growth, a lot of flower in a very short period. They're super hungry and generally quite thirsty. So you need a compost which is really resilient. Most multi-purpose composts aren't ideally suited to that, to be honest.
Right. We need to look a bit more closely, Francis, and experiment a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And also I think there is sometimes some inconsistency with peat-free compost. So one year you'll get a really good batch and then you'll buy the same brand the next year and it maybe doesn't perform in quite the same way. I mix chicken manure in with my hungry plants, so things like roses.
She mixes chicken manure.
Really appreciate that. Or you can
Let me see if I can get this so she can see the screen a bit better.
But I think there may also be some hydrophobia going on in your compost.
Wants to be about there, doesn't it, really? Maybe about there.
Watering dry compost. I don't know if you've ever sort of put your finger into the compost just after you've watered it. You think it's gone through, it's run out of the bottom.
Let's get Sean's blocks up.
And so what I've been doing this year with anything in containers is I have a kind of old tank that I got from an old job I worked on underneath my greenhouse that collects all the water that does fall when we have showers. And then I submerge my pots.
Can you see that?
And watch the bubbles disappear. When they've fully disappeared,
okay,
depending on the size of your pots, this might be more tricky. Then you have a...
Band. That's good. So you can use the antenna tuner. A Volmet off the scale. How about that? Okay. Let's try. See if we've got any amateurs on. No, let's try. Wait a second. Wow, nothing. There's something on there, so we can try sync. Unfortunately, there's loads of stuff interfering with it here. Let's try and turn some stuff off. Typical when you want something, you can never find it, can you? Air bands? No, it's unlikely we'll get anything on air band. No, one. No, I don't really work with an external area that's not vertical. Let's put this one up. See if we can get anything indoors on airband, but so there's that weird noise there that's on all the time. I've got to try and find my list of frequencies now, am I? Let's have a look. 133.6. Reckon. Are we going to get anything? Alright Rob, see you in a minute. Too much RFI? Yeah, there is a lot in here. Uh, 136, 150. Ah, don't even go that high. 135, 250. So again, all the LED lights and that unfortunately are interfering with it. There's definitely something there then. I mean, that should be a fairly active frequency there, 133.6 Brecon beacons. Something with Derek. One, 26075. Would it go down that low? To be fair, trying to get airband in here on an internal area was nigh on impossible. I wonder if we could supercharge it. Let's try supercharging it a minute. Let's get the external aerial for VHF UHF in. Cheers, Chris. Cheers, Sheffield Steve. It's 5505, Matt. Thanks, everyone. Radio 5 Live 909.
And they wanted to extend that by 15 laps.
Good reception for that, isn't it? Just on the ferret. Oh, no, 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 no. Anybody got any other AM frequencies we can look up? This is going to get us a copyright hit, I expect.
Would indicate the extension then, staying out on track, and continuing. And go for an aggressive final stint, quite possibly.
Just walking down the street, she lives out that way. And I'll never forget the words he went, I can't believe you're here. Yeah. He's very great. She had a quick chat. No, he's very, very, very nice.
Sim's just saying, our producer was Tottenham fan. Is that the game, Sean, where Son went through the whole team and something in the goal? Is that the game?
No, I think that. Wiped it for the memory, as I said, I can
So I think I'm going to have to align this sink because that doesn't seem right. The lower sink doesn't seem to be coming in.
I'm going to get loads of questions in you now. A couple of classic faces in English football management have teamed up to advertise for Uber Eats.
Sink is working though.
Football coverage. Sam Allen.
Right, any more? 1414. I can sort of just about hear something in the background, Nick, but too much interference, isn't it? (621), I think we've tried that, don't we? Just noise on 621. Cheers, Electro Sound. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Any shortwave stations are likely to be about? I can get Caroline in the night time here sometimes. 648. I think I'm picking up the computer power supply with that. Is there any shortwave stations broadcasting now? That's the question. (17,560). That's off the scale, Steve. Nothing on 7545, but
Prise directe. Restez connectés, restez informés. Cette semaine en Chine.
Suivre l'actualité chinoise de la semaine avec Bamboo Studio.
Pour tout savoir sur l'économie chinoise, embarquement immédiat dans Cogito. Un nouvel angle pour comprendre l'actualité.
that is off the chart. Look. Jeez. That is working very well. 774, Ricardo?
Vous êtes francophone, vous êtes passionné par la Chine, alors...
No. In the noise again, Ricardo, unfortunately.
Because at the moment it really doesn't look like he's got the pace.
One says the other says the other says the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ask you as manager, like it's your responsibility. Go, hey,
Yeah.
how are you meant to manage that and contain that? It's better.
So it looks like we've got to do the sync alignment on it. I think SSB is fine. If we go back to USB 5505. Turn. And our light. 9800, Steve. Good signal on that one. Oh, Rob, what's he done? Richard Putman, how are you doing, mate? Rob's back from dinner with caps on. Nice. Richard Putman, welcome, mate. 14.3, so 14,300. Good spot, Richard. Come on, give us another one. There's not much contesting going on today, is there? Oh. Let's just change it to, I'm not sure what tone switch I've got on here. They're up high on the band today. Strange. Normally they're all around about 250, 200. This bit of service not very strong today, is it? 15,340. So let's try our wide and narrow filter settings then.
Înseamnă că și comunitatea românească nu mai există decât o comunitate exotică, care nu mai poate ca să își manifeste existența.
So narrow.
Provincial, nesemnificativ pentru întreaga națiune. Deocamdată noi încă existăm, pentru că există încă școala românească.
Nice.
De aceea luptăm foarte tare pentru menținerea ei. Există biserica în care se slujește în limba română, pentru care iarăși luptăm foarte tare. acum e o sensibil puternic împotriva ei. Și există și alte instituții așa care ne dau speranța că vom rezista. Cred că o să se adauge la toate treburile și un dram de înțelepciune din partea guvernanților noștri în a ne sprijini. Dar vrem ca să devenim o țară europeană. În țările europene există, în afară de națiuni titulare, există și minorități. Nu? Și minoritățile sunt protejate.
That's very good, isn't it?
Aș mai fi vrut câteva minute să zăbovim asupra traducerii.
It's still there on the internal aerial, but not great. Let me see if I can hook up the external aerial somehow for VHF. See what this airband's doing. Leave that alone. I have to try and make up some sort of antenna tree because I've got that's my antenna at the moment. Let me think. No, we're going to need that adapter there, aren't we? Typical, I can't undo it.
Well, exactly, because we're ginger. Us gingers, we've got to be careful in this.
Gotta be careful, Tim.
Yeah.
I can see you in a nice swiggy two-basket bucket hat.
Oh, I tried it on. Absolutely not.
No, all right, babe.
Listen, no,
Wow.
minute. What? All our phones are going to go off. Oh, it's the emergency alert! Yeah, don't...
Oh, emergency alert.
It's just a test. No, but it's an emergency alert. It is an emergency alert. But if everyone's here, there's like 40,000 people, whatever. Yeah. We're going to hear it very loud. We are, yeah.
Also, do they know?
Do we tell them?
Yeah.
No, we don't need to tell them. Because the last one, mine didn't go off, and I thought, what would I do if there was an emergency? Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's still on stage. Oh, poor Someone needs to tell her. Someone better have told her in her. If she hasn't finished by then, that's going to throw you. She'll be like, you make me feel that this is the government. So at 3 o'clock, your phone's going to go off. Please do not be alarmed. Ian's DJ set up for us up.
Do not be alarmed by the alarm.
Before you go, can you give Rylan a little spritz of that cologne that you've got? Oh, what you got?
Oh, but Cathy, babe.
Oh, 11?
Yeah,
I love it. Oh, I love the fragrance oil, darling. I wear it.
Give me a sniff.
I wear it all the time.
Oh, do
Go
you?
and take my makeup artist Bernice. She's like the official sponsor.
Oh my God, like a cat.
Yeah.
Right, see if I can find an adapter to go into the aerial. I'm sure I've got one here somewhere, but... There. There. Have we got a really, let's turn that down a minute. Have we got a really weak FM station, I wonder? I've got one on about 108. There's a really weak one there. Try this. Okay, well it's working. Let's try.
Start your next chat. Using Taxi Boost.
We'll be okay.
No. No, not this.
It takes all Dad's patience, Gran's rude stories, switching stations again as a...
Right. Let's try that. I think that was one of them, wasn't it? 1336. Yeah, Brecon. Could be waiting all day for some out. Martin, how you doing, mate? Oh no. No, I haven't, Aaron. I have got some Sony weird loop antennas. Um, 1323. One 34750. Yay! That is. What am I on? 134750. That's Bristol. Hell. That's working all right.
Decent flight level 100, easy 64 Alpha Tango.
There's something there then, somewhere. 135575. Let's have a look at that. Wirral, that is apparently London Control Wirral. Wirral? What? Busy channel. One 35050. That's Hearn. 32185. It's working well, isn't it? To be fair, I don't think I've had any decent airband on any of the 2001Ds I've had, but then I haven't really plugged the external aerial in them. Let's try some of the other local ones. Cardiff Approach. 2584. Cardiff Approach. Oh, there. Severe alert. That worked. I thought there was some on the radio then. Severe alert. Yeah. That's strong. Troubles are so quick, aren't they? That's LTC SW Willow. I can't remember what that Willow is an abbreviation for now. Wow. Wow, there we are. The only thing I've got to look at is the sink. So I'm going to have to adjust the sink on it. I think the sink, SSB appears to be pretty much bang on. But I've got to do the sink. Yes, you have, Rob. You live right next to an airport though, don't you? So hopefully you loved that alert. Whew. Ernest. Oh, it's Willow Radio Beacon, is it? Thanks for that, Ernest. Bear with me a sec. I'm going to have to skip Tutloo a minute. Hang on. I'll be back. So say, at least that is working very nicely, actually. Just need to tweak the sink a bit, because I know Clint does use the sink. Upper sink is working, but lower doesn't seem to be. So I'll have to connect it all up and have a little look, won't I? Right, won't be a sec. Right, back in the room. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the instructions and see what we've got to do to adjust sink. Sink adjust. That's not the kitchen sink. That's synchronous detection. Whew, it's better. Fromage fondue. Fromage fondue. Wow, that was weird. Yes, they're on the Sony Sony 2001 Groups I/O fromage. Yeah, it's actually on the sync unit itself, Les, I think, isn't it? Let's find the documentation. History 2001D manual. Let's say you need to be very careful doing any adjustments on these type of radios. You can really get yourself in all sorts of trouble touching it. Okay. Sync adjustment. Yeah, this is a pain. I've got to take one of the shield plates off. Yeah, it's not a 2-minute job, that. Probably not one to mess about with on the stream. Yeah, just trying to see if I can get my screen up. Let's see if I can do that in a minute. Apologies, but it's going to be a bit naff until I change. There we go. So this is the sync adjustment out the manual. Basically, you've got to take this shield off. You don't have to take the shield off. You can get onto that terminal just enough to stick a wire on. Let's go a bit bigger so you can see it on your screens. Yeah, so basically it says it may alter if you try adjusting it with the plate removed. So what you're supposed to do is disconnect the plate, put this wire on, then reconnect the plate. So you've got to connect up a vacuum tube voltmeter and frequency counter all at the same time to that point. And the AF output, it's not really that clear, is it? There for the oscilloscope connection. So AM narrow sync off mode, set it to USB. and adjust VT1 for 1.5 volts, CT601, which is that little pot in the sync unit, for 0 beat note and waveform. You can do that by ear. Turn sync. Now I find you can do this with a signal generator, but it does work better if you actually got a station you can tune to. Turn sync switch on and adjust VT2 and set to the point at which the sync lower just turns off to the sync upper. Yeah, that's turn the manual frequency indication just 100 Hertz above the carrier. Now the sync upper indicator should light, yeah. So there you are, that's what we're going to have to do. VT2 is a little blue plastic thing there. But you've got to do all the processes to get it spot on, really. I don't know whether it was actually spot on before. It might be that I've just got a station that won't sync on lower and that it is working, but usually it's VT2 is the issue, although it is sealed with a bit of that nasty gank stuff, isn't it? But we have changed the caps in the sync unit, so that might have made it slightly different, I don't know. Right, let's go back to the desktop. It's dark, let's put the light back on now that we're not tuning into anything. Let's catch up with the chat. You tested. Your phone is set to extreme alert, Bob, is it? Oh dear. You're welcome from Arsh. Yeah, you need to go to groups.io and search the 2001D user group, or 2010 user group, and all of the files, including some really good service manuals, are in there. Thanks for subscribing, Dave Price. Welcome, Dave. Rusty, no alert here. Wow. Not sure what happened there, Rusty. Oh, welcome back on, Don. On, Don. Don on. Don on, Don. Yeah, so that's what we've got to do. It's got to come apart again. Let's just have a little bit of an investigation. As I say, I'm not going to be on much longer now, so I don't really want to get into pulling this all apart again, but we'll have a look at the adjustment points. I have done this before. It's one of those things, these don't seem to be that great. They nearly always need adjusting slightly. there's no point doing a job like this for someone like Clints and not making sure it's going to be absolutely as bang on as possible, is there? It certainly doesn't need anything else aligning by the looks of it. It's pretty much bang on frequency. FM is working fine. The problem is everything is underneath this board on the other side. It's really difficult to get to it. Can we do it with it in situ, or I'm going to have to take the whole lot out? As I say, the tricky bit is the getting it up in the air with all the ribbon cables etc. still attached. Can be done, but it's not great. Yeah, so you can just about get into the sync unit there to do the adjustment. So the adjustment points are these little blue trimmers. There's one here, and then there's one down here, and the hole in the sync unit. That's your 3 adjustment points. I mean, it could be lucky and it just needs adjusting on this one. That's usually the one that it is, but you know, you've got to do it as per the manual, really. So the actual gotta love a ribbon cable, Les, haven't you? That would be because you're not in the UK, Rob. Maybe, potentially, it could be. I'm only suggesting that. Oh dear. Right. So you've got to get to that. It's underneath this plate here. It would be, wouldn't it? Underneath one of these plates. Gotta be. For time. Okay, we're gonna go to 3:30 there. About that. Let's just get this prepped up, ready for action. Where are we? Let's get you down so you can see roughly what I'm up to. So I've got to basically get this shield off. You can get in there, but it's really difficult to see because you're looking at the traces, not the actual points. You know, I'm pretty sure it's just there, but you know, it's nigh on impossible to see. I mean, there's a little thing. I think it's that there where it's got plus marked on the board. Let me just get the microscope in. I might not need to take this board out. Yeah, board's gonna have to come off. I mean, it would make sense for them to put a test point on the board somewhere, wouldn't it, really? But, you know. Someone put a lot of solder on that, didn't they? Who's that, I wonder? We should be able to just pop this one here and just bend it up a little bit, maybe. No, no such luck. Let's take it off. Assing about here. Just get it off. Right, so we've got to try and identify that track that it's referring to. So what I'm looking at is the picture from the service manual. So it looks like there's two through-hole connectors, and just above that looks like a SMD lands. Actually no, forget that, it's two like claw-shaped bits. Hang on. We may not have to touch this because I haven't soldered all the wires back on. Well, not the wires, I haven't soldered all the is that where am I here? Where's this here? Is that the sync unit? I'm not sure. But yeah, this could cure it, but I will, now I've got it all apart, I will do a thing on the sink, but looks like I've forgot to solder 4 wires. That would explain it. Yeah, that's why we're not getting any lower sync, I believe. Yeah, definitely, that's why we're getting no lower sync. Right, let me see if I can identify these tracks a minute then. So it's really hard to find them. I think it might be no, it's up higher than that, it's up here somewhere. I think it's that one. It's that pin there on the sync module. Yes. It's that one. Okay. Let's get a bit of isopropyl on there. I suspect that this will be fine now. So when you're rushing, see? Just as when I spotted it though, I went looking for it, wasn't it? I want to connect the camera up really and show you, because it would help me for future reference as well. I wonder if it'll let me connect this back up without crashing the stream out of high into high. Hello, my notice board's decided to come off the wall. That's like a major alert. Let's see if I can connect this one back on. No. No, it's not letting me reconnect that. Oh well. Can't have it always, can we? But I believe that's the problem with just me missing some joints there. It's well fixed. A bazillion blobs of solder, it certainly is. It certainly is. Right, I think I can see it a bit better now, yeah. It's that way. That way, claw them down off 45 degrees. Yeah. So basically it's the first pin just there. You can't really see, can you? So it's the very first pin here, and it is marked VCO just above it. For anyone that's interested, that needs to adjust their sync. So let's just connect wire to that. Now I've found it, I'll remember then, if I can find a little bit of wire. See, there's hundreds and hundreds of little bits of wire everywhere until you need one. And then there's none anywhere. It's strange, isn't it? It is strange. Yeah, I got loads of capacitor legs and that, but I don't want that. I just want a bit of wire. So any good is that rubbish? That might do it. So we will adjust the sync anyway, look. There we go. Yeah, so there'll certainly be enough room to remove that wire without disturbing the shield, that's for sure. But I suspect this will work fine now without touching it, but I'll do it. Oh no, there goes all my solder legs. So there we are, one wire ready for syncing, and I will do that in the week when I get 5 minutes. Whew. It's getting rather hot up here as well at the moment. Yeah. You should start fixing some, Rob. You've got some to fix, haven't you? No worries. Right, people. I am off. I am off now. I will catch up with you all next Sunday. I'll try and put a post of this working in Patreon, channel members, that sort of thing. And in the meantime, have a good week, and see you next week. Thanks to all my subscribers and new ones, Dave. Anyway, catch you soon, people. Have a good week.